Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Sorry it has taken me so long to get here. I do apologize. Today was my niece's first birthday, and we had her birthday party, and my sister-in-law and her husband and Lucy, my niece, they all live in Tillamook, and so they were in Beaverton so it's my husband's sister, and her mother-in-law lives in Beaverton, so they were doing the birthday party there, and then they were like, well, we want to hang out afterwards, so they ended up, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law ended up coming over later. Anyway, so I had wanted to do it at 8, and then we were at the party, and they're like, we'd love to hang out and just catch up with you guys. So then I pushed it back, thinking that would be enough time, but they ended up running late because they got a kiddo, just how things go. So anyway, I'm here now. I start all of my lives with a quote. The quote tonight for y'all is, "I'm young and strong, there isn't anything I can't do," by Ann Petrie. Again, that quote, "I'm young and strong, there isn't anything I can't do," Ann Petrie. From book Kind of Awesome. I'm also going to do some skincare with you all. It is 10 o'clock, if not almost 10 o'clock or past 10 o'clock. It's pretty close to that hour. So I'm going to kind of do some mixed training, so feel free, take notes. If you're listening to this later, definitely just let me know if you pop on. Please, 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 please tell me that you're here, and if you have any questions, because I'm going to try and touch on a couple of things that a couple of you have kind of been asking about but not really sure about. So yeah, as I'm talking, I'm grabbing my water. As I'm talking, if things come up, definitely let me know. So I know that with September, so we are technically halfway through the seminar year with SeneGence. So what does that mean? So the seminar year with SeneGence is April 1st through the following March 31st. So our seminar year is April 1st of 2018 through, March 31st of 2019. So that's the business year for SeneGence, essentially. So everything that we do is tracked through there. So once it's March 31st, that's everything that's accounted for, and then the new year starts. What's significant about that is things like ranks. All of those things are all accounted for that seminar year. So that being said, we have done very, very well for this seminar year halfway point. If you are able to make it, I am doing a lunch for our team. You and your plus one are welcome to join. It's going to be on October 21st. It's a Sunday. It's at Industry in Tualatin. Sorry, I just had to think about that for a second. I haven't been there, so I'm really excited to go there. I've heard really, really great things about them. Their menu looks awesome. So I will be picking up the tab for you and your plus one. If you're able to make it, we're going to be there. We're meeting about 2 o'clock. We're going to just talk about year-end stuff, or halfway point stuff, kind of awards, impromptu training, kind of all that kind of stuff, because I think that meeting in person is so important, so important. I'm going to start doing a little bit of makeup, or makeup removal. So I have our Foops makeup remover. So Foops is what's going to help remove color, and if you do jump on and you're watching this as a replay, just go ahead and write replay, or just put a little heart or something so that I know that you watched it, because that's really important to me. As you are a part of this team, and as this team grows, you'll know that I take involvement very seriously, in the sense that I don't necessarily care about, I care that you're selling and that you're making money. But I also know, and I've been around long enough, that I know that if you are participating and you are actively working your business, results are going to show. So sometimes you're going to have demos and they're not going to go well. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this customer is going to buy everything, and then they buy nothing. That doesn't mean that you're not working your business. That doesn't mean that you're not showing up and you're not doing your best to practice and learn and be there for your business. So I am all about, like, if you show up, you go up. And that's what's been great for me, is that consistency piece. So I'm just, like I said, I'll just kind of demo some products, my nightly kind of skincare routine. So the Floops, it comes in liquid form, or it comes in these like really great little wipes. Since I normally use the Floops, the liquid, and then I just put some on like a cotton ball or whatever, because really all I'm trying to do with this is just kind of remove color. So remove like my eyeliner and my shadow scents and my mascara, my little bit of eyebrows that I drew in, just that kind of stuff. Like nothing too crazy, because oh shoot, I forgot my cleanser. Dang it. So since I forgot my cleanser, I'm going to use this as a cleanser right now. So normally, I have my cleanser with me, which I forgot to bring into my office with me, because that's not normally where I keep it. But normally I would use my cleanser my 3-in-1 cleanser. I use normal to dry. So when you're talking to somebody, the best way to find out what they are is to ask them how their skin feels halfway through the day. Does it feel dry or does it feel oily? And usually here's a big key piece that I found, is that if somebody says that their face feels oily halfway through the day, I ask them how their skin feels right after they wash their face. And if they're like, oh, it feels super dried out, then they're probably normal to dry. The reason why they're oily halfway through the day is because their skin is overcompensating for the fact that it's so dry. So that's one thing that I use when I talk to people about what may be the best skincare routine for them. Okay, so I know a lot of you, I've talked to you guys all about getting your Facebook pages up and running. So the importance of that is Facebook is really going to be the easiest way for you to market your products, for you to market yourself, for you to market your business. So if you look through my customer page, I'm talking like, I'll be like, oh, look at this new shadow scent, look at this new lip scent, like color correcting tinted moisturizer. It's fantastic. It's great. It's wonderful. Like, that's my chance to market to people. And what'll happen is they'll say, oh, I want to buy that. Or, oh my gosh, that's the color I've finally been looking for. Oh, I was just running out of something that would have that effect. Or whatever. So your Facebook is really your platform for you, to show people and showcase the SeneGence and lip scents. Now, if you are starting your business with no inventory, that's totally fine. Another option for you is to have a Sene site. So if you're somebody who is deciding not to have inventory at all, which I always advise against inventory I always advise for inventory because inventory sells. So I advise against not having inventory. So I have a Sene site. So SeneGence sponsors a site for you. So basically, let's say you meet a customer and you're like, hey, isn't lip scents great? Like, I have my stripes on. These stripes are not super awesome. I need to take these off tonight so I can make new ones. But you always wear your stripes, right? Because that is a talking point. So these stripes I've had on since Friday morning. And so, let's say somebody notices your stripes and they're like, oh my gosh, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's lip scents. It's great. It's wonderful. It's this great lip color that doesn't smudge, budge, or do anything. And they're like, oh my gosh, I want to buy it. How do I buy it from you? If you have a Sene site, then somebody can go to SeneGence.com, look up you, and they can buy from you. I have it set up that the company fills my orders. So you have two options when setting up a Sene site. So you have the option to have it filled by the company or filled by your specific inventory. I have it set up to be filled by the company because for me personally, that makes more sense for me because I don't have a lot of customers who order off of my Sene site only because the customers that I have that order off of my SeneSite are out of state. So they're people that I'm not able to actually physically deliver something to. So for me, personally, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. Only because I am all about that customer service piece, and I'm all about delivering that product. Where did my water go? I'm so sorry. Oh, here it is. I'm about that customer service piece. I'm all about like, hey, you just ordered for me. I'm popping this in the mail for you. Or, you know, like if they are not within my same state, or if they are more than a 3-hour drive away from me, then it makes for me more sense for them to just order from the SeneSite and get that directly from the company. And that's a whole other area of training that we can talk about. But if you do not have a SeneSite, then inventory is so important. But excuse me, I don't want you to place an order for the sake of placing an order. Please do not do that. Do not just order just to order. That's not how this business works. Like, that's not how you're going to be successful. That's not how, just don't do it. If you have the capacity to place an order for inventory and that's something that you want to do, of course you have that option. And of course I'm going to encourage that. But I never want to put you in a position that's going to put you out. I want you to make money. That's what you're here to do. You're here to change people's lives. You're here to make extra money. You know, unless you're here for the discount, and that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's what you're ultimately here to do, is to help to make money. That's why you're selling it. Okay, now I'm going to use the multivitamin brightening treatment. So what this is this is for targeted areas. So I'm not going to put this all over my face. If you see in the video right now, I have some redness here and some redness here. So that's really, and you can't really see it in the video because the light's not great. Normally I'm sitting up higher. Normally I'm like up here, but like my office, it's all, anyway. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right here and right here, because that's really where I have some redness. And what this is meant to do is to target areas of discoloration. So we do have other products that you can put on your face all over, but this one is specific to specific areas. So you don't need a lot of it because you're not putting it everywhere. And this was just released in April. So it's really new to us, but it's super awesome. It's concentrated vitamin C. So like when you put it on your face, it feels like I smell orange, and it's delicious. So delicious. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put that in those red areas. I'm gonna put it on my nose because my nose is red too. But like if you have clients who have age spots or dark spots or anything, any sort of discoloration that they want to go away, excuse me, this is perfect for them. So I use this just at night. I'm still young enough that my skin is really healthy and it's good. So I don't necessarily need a whole lot of stuff, but I'm all about the preventive care. Again, if you jump on, please say hi, because I'd like to know. I know people are coming in and out, so just let me know if you jump on so I can say hi. Yes, so your Facebook is really your platform. So now that you have your Facebook group set up, I highly encourage those of you who have set your Facebook up as closed for your customer page to set it as open. You want customers to know that you are open for business. And if you make it a closed group, it's a lot harder for people to find you. It's a lot of people, it's just more difficult. So if you meet somebody when you're out and about and they see your stripes and you do all of that, and you say, oh, my Facebook page is Bottomless Beauty Bar, but it's closed, they're going to be like, no. Like most people, if they find a group and it's closed and they have to go through that process, they're not going to, they're like, oh, I have to wait for, no. You want to keep it open so people find it and they're already into that group and it's like, well, bam. Oh, and as a side note, I'm still doing my promotion where if you sign up 2 people, if you get 2 downlines before the end of October, you get a wow bag. I carry this everywhere, so you can put your lip scents in here, business cards or application cards, and then beauty kits in here. So, anyway, another really helpful key for me is that I decided to, so after seminar in April, they released the new distributor kits. And so those are only available to you for the first 30 days. And those are super, super important if that's something. Hi, Nicole. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions as I'm talking. So the new distributor kits are available to you as a new distributor for the first 30 days that you are a distributor. They are totally optional. It's definitely something that if you have the means to do it, and if that's a goal for you, I want you to have it. I bought one of the new distributor kits because they released it for us. When they launched the distributor kits, they allowed those of us who've been around to have an option to purchase them because they're really awesome. So I bought the fast starter one. So that one's the one that's $1,195. You get so much amazing stuff. Like, if you watch my video, it was like Christmas. I know Tasha got one too, and she's just like, and then I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and it really just, it sets you up for success. And I love it because you get samples, you get products you can sell. It sets you up so that you have the SeneSite for a year, which is super awesome. So that's included in that kit, which is really awesome because, like I said, if you're deciding not to have inventory, the SeneSite is key, and that comes with a year-long membership to the SeneSite. So that's like, yeah, no brainer. Otherwise, I think it's $9.95 a month. Or it's $9.95 I think a month, or you can pay for the year and get it for $99.99 or something really close to that. I can look it up, definitely. But I already have it included, so I'm not paying for it because I bought that distributor kit. You also have the option to buy the significant SeneSeller kit. That one is $7.85, I believe. I'll have to double check, but that one is really great too. That one has a lot. It doesn't have as much, but it's still like, it sets you up to be able to demo really awesome products. It gives you a little bit of inventory. You get the SeneSite for 6 months. And then it also just gives you just a lot of really great testers and basic stuff. If you're not able to do that one, there is the lips kit. So that's just going to have lip sense in it for you. So the significant SeneSeller and the fast starter kit, those are going to have more of the skincare. They're going to have some lip sense, but they're also going to have the skincare. They're going to have more of the line that we have, because really what you need to know is the lip sense, that's our wow product. That's what you wow people with. They go, wow, it doesn't come off, like it's waterproof, like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. That's how you wow people. But really, where our business does really well is the skincare, because it's phenomenal. If you're not using it, please start using it, because you need to be a product of the product. Like that is key. Being a product of the product, using our products so you can actually be excited about them because you're like, oh my gosh, this changed my life. That's where it's at, because that's really, I wasn't doing that. I was not being a product of the product for a very, very long time. And once I became a product of the product, I got more excited about all of our products, and I was like, oh, that's why we're so awesome. Like, the lip sense is great, but everything else is like, so, and then there's a lips kit, so that does give you some product to sell, gives you most of the lip sense just to demo, so that's going to be, I believe it's $345 for that lips kit. Again, you don't have to buy a kit. They're just very helpful as a starter. Like, it's just helpful that if you're like, this is a business for me, I need to invest in being able to sample things, they're great options. The other option, which is what I really, I am a proponent of, given the market that I'm in. So being in Oregon, makeup is like, not everybody's super into makeup. They're really into skincare and keeping things healthy and vibrant. So I suggest when you're starting your business, especially if you don't have any money to initially invest, is that we do your launch party. So you have your Facebook group set up, ready to go, right? So you're like, great, it's up. Like I have my customer name. So I will just use myself as an example. Okay, I've picked Bottomless Beauty Bar. Okay, I've got the Facebook group up. I've got some graphics going. It's great. Okay, perfect, awesome. So now you start inviting all of your friends to your Facebook group. So you say, okay, hey friends, SeneGence, LipSense, it's so great. And so you start inviting them to your customer page. And then we launch you. So what that means, I typically do a week-long Facebook party. So basically you're just like, hey, I'm selling this product. It's really awesome. It's called LipSense and it's part of the SeneGence company and it's super great and I love it. And then you do some live videos on application. You show people like the different colors that they can get. You open it up for questions. So like, let's say, oh, I've been using this pink color from Estee Lauder for the past 5 years and I really, really love it, but I hate that it doesn't stay on. You're like, okay, show me a picture of it. Oh, that looks like Love It, or that looks like Roseberry, or I don't know, whatever it ends up looking like. Have your customers post a picture of the color that they use so that you can color match. All right, now I'm gonna do, where did my Nangai oil go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so now I'm gonna do Climate Control and some Nangai oil. So Climate Control goes to the third layer of Skin Deep. So what I do is I just squirt this into my hand and then I do this into my hand as well. You'll see. You can spray this directly onto your face. That's how it's intended. But I am all about efficiency and it's just better for me to just put it in my hand. This bottle's almost empty for me. So I'm just like getting the last little bits of it. This product will go out of stock online. So I always make sure to have some because it's Jesus in a bottle. It's like, it's amazing. So as you can see, it's like, I'm trying to just get a little bit out. All right. Perfect. So I have just about like that much in my hand. So this Climate Control is going to go to the third layer of skin to help hydrate your skin. Then I have Nangai oil. This comes from the Nangai tree. It is unique to SeneGence. This one's also almost at this end. This is why I'm glad I have inventory so I can just replace it once I finally get to the end. So I just use like 2 to 3 drops, so you see. And Tasha asked me a great question earlier today. She's like, it's starting to get solidified. So the Nangai oil is from the Nangai nut. So it is a nut oil, nut-based oil. And so the Nangai oil is great because it's got triglycerides in it. So it's actually going to lock in the moisture. So the reason why I'm combining it with the Climate Control is because we're going to go third layer deep to hydrate, and then the Nangai oil is going to get to that third layer to just lock in that hydration. So then I just mix them together with my hands, and I just put it all over my face. Under the eyes, wherever I want a lot of hydration. I put up into my hairline, and if I've used too much, I try to put a little bit on my neck, because you want it. Because my biggest fear is like, oh, I have radiant skin. And then I have to wear a scarf because my neck looks terrible. Also put it on the back of my hands. Okay, so I'll let that set for a little bit. I'm putting time in between all of this. Normally I don't put time in between all of these things. So normally I'm just like cleanser, brightening treatment, Climate Control with Nangai oil. And I'm not like sitting here waiting in between each thing. But because I'm talking to you and I want you to learn about products and learn all of these things, that's kind of what's going on. Okay, so launch party. So for most of you, what my biggest encouragement is that week-long Facebook party. So really all that is you just saying, hey, I'm launching my business between X date and X date. So let's say from this Monday through Sunday, I'm having my launch party and I'm collecting pre-orders. So what that means is you're telling your customers, I don't have inventory yet. What I want to do is build inventory. So I'm taking pre-orders of these products that I'm showcasing. So, okay, we have Lip Sense, and that Lip Sense bundle, the starter kit, which comes with an Oops, a glossy, and a color, those three together, which is $55. You're like, okay, I'm selling these. This goes for $55. And the person says, okay, I want, what color is this in front of me? Sweetheart Pink. I want Sweetheart Pink to be my first color. So I want a starter kit with Sweetheart Pink. You go, great, okay. You take it, and then you send them an invoice through the Square or through PayPal or whichever one it is. They pay it, and you say, okay, I'm placing my order next Monday. And once I get my order in, I will mail it to you, or I will deliver it to you. So that's the goal of your launch party, is to get those pre-orders and collect that money so that when you place your order, you can fill that. Because right now, as a new distributor, once you get a 300 product value PV order in, it's all 50% off. So essentially, once you hit that target, so if you have $600, you're only paying $300 for it. So you want to essentially collect $300 worth of orders or more, so that way you can order more product for yourself or inventory for yourself, whichever you choose. But again, you want to be a product of the product. So my best advice for you is that if you collect that $300 in orders, when you go to load up your cart, you're going to have $600 of product in your cart, but you're only going to pay $300 because you've hit that 50% discount. So I want you to put, your cleanser in there, your climate control, your nighttime moisturizer. I want you to put those things so that you are using the product and you can say, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Because once you can speak to our products, like, it's phenomenal. So that's my goal for you. My goal is for everyone in the month of October to do, those who are new, to do their official Facebook launch party. So a week-long Facebook party where you're saying, hey, I'm taking pre-orders. I'm a SeneGence distributor now. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Our products are phenomenal, because people are going to buy more than just the Lip Sense. And Lip Sense has been around. It'll be 20 years next year. So people are starting to know who we are and what we do. And they find out that you sell it and they're like, oh my gosh, yay, I have somebody I can buy it from. So it's a really great time to be a part of this company. So I'm really excited for those of you who decided to take part of the opportunity. So essentially, like I said, you take that $300 worth of pre-orders. So really that's just 6 starter kits. That's what it breaks down to. And then you can place that order so that you can have your cleanser, your climate control, your moisturizer, other Lip Sense colors to keep in your own personal inventory, so you're changing them out. So then you have product that you're actually able to market, because you're like, look at how great my skin is now. Like, I feel so hydrated. It's so soft. It's so wonderful. Like, then you can really speak to it. So that's my goal for all of you new people to SeneGence that signed up and used the free sign up in the month of September, because now going into October, it is going to go back to the $55 to sign up. So it's been really great that y'all decided to sign up now. So another question that I got was, how do you talk about recruiting, or how do you talk about again, if you jump on, please say hi, because I want to know that you're here. I know people have kind of been jumping on and off, so I just want to make sure that if you're here watching, I know you're here, or if you're watching on replay, just say replay. What you can do, the conversations that I have, because I am all about people, you're offering a choice. And that's really what Joni, our CEO and founder, wants to let you know, is that you're offering a choice to people. So they can choose to be a customer, or they can choose to sign up for the discount, or choose to make it into a business. So ultimately, when I'm with somebody, my conversations, typically I try to uncover the need. So because you're trying to improve somebody's life, I don't ever want you to feel like you're selling I'm a sharer. That's why I do so well at this, because I get excited about things that improve my life and I want to improve other people's lives. So I love to just share with people. That's my big thing. And so when I'm talking to somebody, I'm talking about the products, and they're like, well, tell me more about this. I'm like, okay, it's really great. And like, as I'm wrapping things up, I can go, well, you can choose to be a customer, which is a great option. Like, I love having customers. I really, really do. I love my customers. They help me pay my bills. And it's great to help people feel good when they look in the mirror, because like when I first started with SeneGence, like I never wore lip color because it came off. So I was like, well, what's the point in wearing lip color if it's just going to come off? Like, I'm not going to put effort into that. Like, let's be real. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can wear, like, if you saw, I just did a run. I just did a 5K, and I'm wearing full face SeneGence makeup. And like, I got some looks, let me tell you. Like, people are like, what is this girl doing? She's got like full face makeup and she's just like doing a run. Like, the heck is that about? But that's the point, right? Like, I am so proud of our products that I can go on a run, or I can go to the gym, because I do it when I go to the gym too. And people will look at me like, when she's getting on that treadmill, like, what the heck does she think she's doing? And then I get off the treadmill and everything still looks fabulous. Like, they're like, oh dang. Like, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like, it's amazing. And so I like to share that with people. Like, I like to tell them, like, this is SeneGence, this is LipSense, like, this is what it does. And I am a hardy person in the sense that I know that this choice is not for everybody. It's not, because it's work. I put work into my business every day. I have committed to doing that because this is what I want to do. I want to enhance other people's lives, whether that's helping them be a really fantastic customer and sharing our products with them and being like, this is how this skincare product can help you, or oh my gosh, the Shadow Sense color just came out and you totally need it because you've been asking me for a color like this and it just came out, so here it is. Or if somebody's like, I really don't like my desk job, and because that's me, and I want to improve my life and I want to build a business where I have a team and I'm inspiring other women to create their own businesses. Like, that's what I want. And so when I share the choice, that's basically how I present it is, so, okay, you love these products. Like, you have the option to either be a customer, or we can discuss you signing up to get a discount, because that is an option. If people just want to sign up and get a discount, like, that's fantastic. Discount starts at 20% and goes up to 50%. So you're always going to get a 20% discount as a distributor. And as a distributor to your customers, you can only give a 15% discount. That's the max discount. Don't go over that. Do not ever offer to a customer to give them more than a 15% discount, because if you do, that's against compliance and you will get turned in. I'm just saying. So as a customer, you have the option to sign up and be a distributor, or just basically be signed up so that you get the discount. Or you can turn it into a business, at which point you can talk to them about the coaching and the training and all the opportunities that come along with that. So it's really, and the conversations that you have will all be different, because everybody will have a different question. They'll be like, well, what about this? What about that? And as you're learning, rope me in. So if you have somebody who's like, well, what is it like to be a distributor? What does that mean? And in the next like month or two, as you're learning how to order and learning how to do all of those things and learning more about the products, like, don't worry about the recruitment conversation so much as just like tell them, this is the opportunity. You can sign up to be a distributor for $55. You don't have to carry inventory, because you really don't. Of course, it's always good because stock sells. Like, people want that instant gratification. Like, people want to walk home. They want to try the product and then they want to take it home with them. But as a new distributor, don't put that pressure on yourself to just build inventory as soon as possible, because that's not my point for you. I do not want you to go in further debt. Like, I want you to work this business within your means. You're going to have to work hard, but you can do it. It's totally doable. Sorry. Lots of hydration. If you're new to me, this is my vision board behind me. I know this is a little off topic, but I suggest that y'all make a vision board because they're super helpful in realizing your goals. So I also want you to think about what your goals are for this month of October. My goal is all of the new people who have started, I want them to have their launch parties this month, because that's really what's going to help take your business off. And you don't have to have, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Excuse me. My business has taken it's taken many different forms. I'm going to put the evening moisture on. Sorry, I want to make sure. This is a new one to me because this container is not a container. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to get tired. I'm sorry. I just ran out of my old evening moisturizer, and I just grabbed an evening moisturizer. So I was like, this is my kind, right? Normal to dry. So I was just checking that. But this is how it comes. It comes with a little sealer right there. And then you just pop that off. I'm just going to use what's on top of here because it's not that much. And even that's a little much for me. So I'll just kind of scrape that back off into the... So yeah, I mean, I don't need that much. Our products are super concentrated, so a little bit goes a long way. And if you are watching this on replay and you have a question, still feel free to post your question because I would love to respond to it. We're a team, and if you have a question, somebody else probably has a question. So I am happy to help answer because I think the other big thing is that we all learn from each other. Like, I want you to learn from your team members because ultimately the way that I run my business may not work for you. Doesn't mean you can't have a successful business. There are many, many, many different women in this business that run it the way that works for them. So some of them have a blog as well. Some of them are out always constantly demoing. You know, it really depends on what's good for you. There are women who aren't even on social media, and that works for them, and they're queens. Queen basically means that you have a $5 million team, which is totally doable. It's gonna take work, but it's doable. Sorry, I want to make sure I get this everywhere. Put this all down in there because you can never have too much hydration. So I hope that I'm touching on some good points and that you're learning and kind of understanding where I'm coming from, and that if you're feeling pressure from me, I don't want you to feel pressure from me because that's not the point. I want you to know that I am excited for you, and I want you to know that I'm here to support you, and that I want you to get your business up and running so that you can start having a business. Because right now, if you're just sitting there in that bucket where you've created your Facebook page, but you haven't added any people to it, people don't know that you're selling SeneGence. Like they don't know what that means or what that's about. And there are still people who don't know what SeneGence is or LipSense. When me and Rachel and Carly and Jonna went to Tulsa for a seminar, we went and got our nails done. There were people in the salon that had never heard of LipSense or SeneGence. Tulsa is the headquarters. There were like, I mean, like, it just like blew my mind. I was like, okay, SeneGence has been around for 20 years, almost 20 years. And I'm like, how do you not know? Like, this is where it started. Like, So there are people who still haven't heard about LipSense or SeneGence. And so you need to just help them. So add your friends. And then say, I'm having a launch party. I'm collecting pre-orders so that I can start my business. I need pre-orders so that I can place an order. And it's really, really that chance for you to take those orders. And once you have them, like I said, at the end of the week, then you place your order. So then you go into the SeneGence website and you say, okay, I need 6 glossies, I need 6 oops removers, and I need roseberry, and I need a summer sunset, and I need blue red, and I need whatever they happen to be. And then with that profit that you have, you either reinvest in buying more inventory or buying product for yourself so that you can be a product of the product. And that's really, product of the product is the way to go, because ultimately we're heading into the holiday season, which is awesome. Like, this is the best time to be signed up, because people buy in the holiday season. They want the fun colors. They want to wear the reds. They want to wear all the other things, because it's the holidays and this is a time where you just like really go all out. Okay. So if y'all do get new recruits, like I said, if you get somebody who is super interested, you can always say, hey, I can tell that you're interested, or you have questions, or even if somebody's like, if you're talking to somebody new, do a demo, and they're asking about being a new distributor, and they're asking about our compensation plan, because it's amazing, because you can earn up to 5 lines down. So me, and then if you're on my first line, I make money. If you're on my second line, I make money. If you're on my third line, I make money. If you're on my fourth line, I make money. If you're on my fifth line, I make money. So like you get, so basically those lines mean, and I've posted in the albums, you can see that breakdown. So you can make money off of, you can make commission off of 5 people under you. So they sign somebody up, then they sign somebody up, then they sign somebody up, then they sign somebody up, and then they sign somebody up. You can make commission off of that. So that's kind of like, excuse me, dang! You want that, right? So that's really, so if people start asking, like, what about this? Well, what about that? What about this? What about this? What about this? Then just say, hey, you know, I am kind of new to this. I don't know if I can answer all of your questions right now. My upline is Hillary, and she's been doing it since January of 2017. She's super knowledgeable. She has a lot of stuff. I'd love for us to just have a group chat. Would you be open to that? Yeah, I'm open to that. Great. So you have them on Facebook and you start a message between the 3 of us, and I say, hey, I'm Hillary. Let me help answer your questions. Like, what questions do you have? So that way you're looped in on the training. That's what I want. I want to train you so that you can have those conversations independently. And the best way for you to get trained is to see me do it and see a way of doing it. If you don't like my style, that's totally okay. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. There are plenty of other awesome, empowering women within this company that can help lead you. So if you're sitting there saying, hey, you know, Hillary, I'm just not connecting with you. I just, you know, like what you're saying, I get, but it's just not working for me. Please let me know, because I can put you in touch with all of these really amazing leaders. I have been around this company for a long time, and I'm not going to take offense to that, because I want you to learn. My goal is that you create the business that you've been dreaming of. That's what I want for you. I want you to have it all. I want you to live a life of love and abundance, just like Joni Rogers Conte, our CEO and founder. That's what I want for you. And if you're not getting it from me and you're not connecting with me, that's fine. That's okay. I want you to learn from somebody who it makes sense and you click with. So if you're saying, Hillary, I hear you, it's just, there's a disconnect. Cool. Like, I have plenty of resources that you can be like, yeah, when she says it, I get it. That's why I'm always sharing other leaders' information in this group, because I have been around and I've listened to these people speak in person. I have met some of them, and like, they empower me, and I want you to feel that way too. So please, 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 if I post a video, definitely watch it. Like, I'm posting it because I got something from it, and I want you to have a variety. I know, like, it can get redundant when I just keep saying, hey, do this, hey, do this, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. This would be good for your business. You should do this. This is this, this is this. Like, it's worked for me. And so I want to replicate that so you can replicate that. But if it's not going to work for you, I want to provide you resources so that you can find what works for you. That being said, there's nobody on right now, so I'm going to assume there's no questions. I know I kind of just like jumped all over the place. But if you do have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you be successful, and that's what I want. So if something doesn't make sense, let me know. But you don't have to have it all together to get it started. You don't have to have a big fancy whatever to have it started. Don't compare your business and the one that you're trying to start to mine, because they're not the same. I've been doing this for over 1.5 years. Like, I have it together in the sense that I've been doing it, and I've been trial and error of figuring out what works for me, and I've set it up that way. Again, what works for me may not work for you. So it's going to be trial and error. Just because you don't have X, Y, or Z doesn't mean you can't get started. All you really need is your Facebook page up and going, inviting those people, and then getting it launched. Because once you start that, people know that they can buy from you, and they will. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. My throat's dry. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I hope that you have all had a good evening. And again, if you need anything, please, please, please reach out to me. I do put all of my training videos on my YouTube channel, Bottomless Beauty Bar. Feel free to look through those videos. There's a lot of really good content on there because I try to cater to what y'all need. So please watch those. Wear your stripes. This is the easiest way to get people to ask you about our product. It's just when you're out and about, people will ask you about this, men and women. So wear your stripes. All right. Have a good night. I love you all. I want you to be successful. I want you to live a life of love and abundance. All right. Have a good night.